One of my most frequently asked questions is how do you get a straight line while sewing? Let me show you my tricks. You've prepared your pattern pieces to sew together. Of course, you have them right sides facing together and you place it on your sewing machine. What I like to do is simply match up the edge of my fabric to the edge of the presser foot right here like this. And now my sewing machine adjusts the needle to go either way, left or right. So once I figure out my seam allowance, I place the needle to my liking and again use the edge of the presser foot as my guide and just sew as normal. Now, one important thing is that you keep your eye over here on the edge of the presser foot, not on the needle. This is not going to make sure you get your seam right. You're going to make sure you keep your eye over here to guide the fabric as it goes in to the needle. And there you go, a perfectly straight seam, and the tension is right. It looks perfect. All you need to do now is iron your seam open to make sure it lays nice and flat. Another great way to ensure that you have a straight seam is by using a magnetic seam guide. Simply place it on your needle plate right here to your desired seam allowance size. And to kind of just demonstrate, I'm going to place it just farther away than I usually sew. We're simply going to line up the edge of the fabric to this magnetic seam seam guide right here, and make sure it's like nice and flat. Just like this. You sew as normal. Again, you're gonna look at the seam guide and not at your needle this time, okay? See, I kind of looked away for a bit and it moved. You still get a really straight stitch line. It's completely parallel to this one, of course, and to the edge of the fabric, except here where I looked away for a second and messed up. But yeah, so there you go. You have two options of trying to get very straight hemlines and seam lines for your garment making.